It's always a good idea to have a mat on the car. Got our rock chip repair kit. This is our repair fixture. I like to back this screw off. A little twirl job here. I take and lubricate this cup with a little glass cleaner. Now, I take my device here and pick at that chip a little bit. Make sure the loose stuff is off. I don't have to drill this one. So now I'm going to put the repair fixture on with I'm flexing the cups and rolling it off. Then I'm going to position it right over the floor. Now I'll take a repair pedestal and put that right in place there over the rock chip impact point. Going to tighten this up. There's contact, and then I'm going to go about 5 to 6 turns past contact. The fixture should screw down onto this pedestal firmly but not overly hard. You could break the windshield. Now I suggest 2 drops of repair resin, really never more than 2. Sometimes you can get away with 1. Now I'm going to take our syringe. This is the vacuum pressure device, and I'm going to get uphill. I want everything to be uphill. I'm going to push that fitting in there. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to pull this back. We're going to hang onto the body of the syringe and pull this back and use our thumb to prop that open and take our device here and hold it open. And what we've done is created vacuum here. Now this vacuum is sucking the air out of that rock chip, and it's going up through that resin and the resin is acting like a one-way valve. And all the little bubbles that are in that rock chip are coming out right now, and they're going up and dissipating into this vacuum chamber. Now, we usually do this for about a minute, or at least, sometimes 3 minutes, depending on the brake. If there's a lot of damage, you might want to let this thing vacuum 5-10 minutes. There's no real set amount, but I would always go at least a minute when I'm vacuuming. What we're going to do shortly here is we will let air back into the syringe and put pressure on the repair with the syringe, and that will push air on top of that pool of resin and force it into the brake. I think we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and pull this fixture or the device out. I'm going to let air into the system. It just went in there. Notice this is limp now. Now I'm going to pressurize. I'm going to push that syringe, and I'm going to grab it here with my fingers, and I'm going to pressurize it, and I'll put the device through the hole and lock it down. Now I have compressed air here, and it's compressed, and the air is pushing onto the top of that resin puddle. Now if we can let this sit here a couple of minutes, we should be fine. There's a lot of little tricks, nuances to rock chip repair that everyone learns as they go. Sometimes on a chilly day, it kind of helps to warm things up a little bit with, say, a Bic lighter on the inside of the car. Incidentally, you never really want to get anything too hot or too cold. Repair works best on summer days in the shade. You would like it to be a moderate temperature. Water is bad. If the chip's been wet, it's got to be dried out. One of the best ways to do that is just letting time do that. But it's important that there's no water in there, no contamination. Okay, so back to this. We've got this on pressure. Now here we have repair film. I am going to take my razor blade. I usually devote one razor blade to every rock chip repair. And I'm going to hold this out and I'm going to cut a little square of film, cure film. Now, what we want to do is when we pull our syringe off, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute, it's important that we try and get this to lay immediately right onto the film instead of letting it run down the windshield. Let's go ahead and go for it here. I'm going to pick the syringe up. Now I'm going to squeeze it and take the pressure off of it. Now I take this out and I watch. This will show you that you had pressure. See how it has pressure? Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and take the fitting out of the pedestal. I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to hold my film here just like so. This takes a little coordination and practice. You hold your fingers on the pedestal, and we're going to back the pressure off. Now I'm going to pop this suction cup, and I'm going to swing this over. Now I'm going to take that cure film, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hurry up and pull this away and put the film over it. Let's watch how I do. Now what I'm going to do is just touch the impact point where the resin went in with my finger. I'm going to press that out. Now what that does is makes the level of the new resin that's in that little impact point slightly lower than the windshield. That will leave it shiny when I trim it off. Okay, so now what we're going to do is pretend, actually we're not pretending, we're going to pretend the wiper ain't there, and we're going to move our fixture over underneath. And we're going to take our cure light. Now that I've found the power point, we've got our 12-volt cure light. And we're going to set that right there. I like to use the pedestal to make sure it stays put. Now, that should cure with the cure light usually in about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Nothing cures a rock chip as good as sunlight. Direct sunlight is fantastic, but I wouldn't recommend doing repairs in direct sunlight. Things can go wrong. Sometimes it can cure too fast. So, what we do is I like to use the light. We let a couple minutes go by. If the light bulb is good and working well, it does not take long at all. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to set it down there tight, I guess. That way we're right on it. Sometimes I like to use this to hold the light because you find once in a while lights will slide down windshield. At this time it's a good idea to get a VIN number off the car, do your paperwork, clean the other side of the windshield, pack your kit up. One thing we like to do is, if you're outside, you use the towel to cover your work as you work. For instance, you just lay it out here and just kind of reach under it a little bit. Keep the direct sunlight off of your repair if you have to be outside. I like to clean my stuff up as I go, tidy up my kit, put things back. Everybody keeps their kit slightly different. You put your stuff away. Now, what we'll do is we'll take this off. Just turn the light off, I suppose. Peel it off. Now, most people like to peel their cure film off and save it. Sometimes you can use it endlessly. You pull that off, and there it is, just like you used it. Now you take your razor blade and you trim that off. It should be hard or pretty hard, close to hard. There. Just want to say there's 100 or 1,000 different techniques a person can use. Crack repair can be done with this rock chip repair kit very easily. What I like to do is drill the end of the crack and create a clamshell break. start there and repair the crack back to its source. Sometimes you can flex a crack. This sort of thing can be done in another video, or I'm sure that most people, once they start using this kit, will find how good it works, how simple it is, how easy it is to master. It has everything you need to do great rock chip repair and crack repair. I hope you have luck, and if you have any problems, please call us.